Welcome back to the Scorching Hot Takes podcast. I'll be honest, we might not be the highest energy we've ever been. I mean, just look at Sam.
Hi.
It's we've had a long day after a great night, but it's really hit us and we're really hungry, but we're going to really try our best to do a good episode.
I feel like you missed out the key word. I'm severely hungover.
Yeah.
Severely hungover. Yeah. So I'm in my absolute comfiest outfit possible.
And sunglasses on to protect from the lights. I can't lie, they're not making me feel great either.
Yeah, we have some big lights to help with the setup, and they are like
it's like having two with the sun in my room.
So yeah, I'm in the comfiest outfit I can be in. So as you are watching, I have one request: make sure you're as comfy as I am. And also, let us know, where do you usually watch our videos? I'd actually be quite intrigued to know when and where you watch our videos. Because I don't know, if you're watching it on the way to work, you probably can't get as comfy as me, but you can try your best. But anyway, we should probably introduce what we're doing. We're going to be doing a band tier list today.
You've locked in all of a sudden, by the way.
Yeah, no, I have to lock in for the fans. Anyway, yeah, we're doing a band tier list. So we asked you guys over on Instagram what your favourite bands are and ones you wanted us to discuss in this video. And we have put together a pretty strong list, to be fair. A lot of classic names, some more recent bands as well. And we'll probably do this for artists again in the future. So check out that one when it occurs. But let's get into it. What is our first band, Max?
Okay, well, first of all, we'll probably explain the tier list.
Oh, yes.
So today we've changed things a little bit. This is the G scale, is what I'm going to call it, aka G spot. So the bottom category is gross, and then we've got G ... And then, so that's like a, yeah. Good, great, and goat.
Flipping heck.
So we will put a picture on screen. I might still be drunk. Okay, so first band we are going to do is Arctic Monkeys.
Okay, I'll let you kick us off.
For me, I think they're so... to be fair, I wouldn't even say 50-50, but they have stuff that I either think is good or really, really bad. So for me, they're probably in G. What? That low? Arctic Monkeys in G? I never ever listened to Arctic Monkeys. You just woken me up. I never listened to Arctic Monkeys. Their first 4 albums are all really strong. In particular, the first 3. Suck It and See, I think, is not quite as good. See, that's got my favourite Arctic Monkeys song on it, but... Yeah, I don't like it. It's a little bit more softer and slower overall. But the first 3 are really strong. I really enjoyed Humbug when I was revisiting it this week. They are good albums. They've never blown me away. It's like, I don't know, but there's not really anyone in that sound that blows me away. But it's so solid, and you've got some of the best indie rock music from the 2000s on all of those albums. So what do you think then? If not, I had them written down as like a B tier, so they'd probably be like a great. I was thinking more great. Only recently, I think AM's really overrated, and the Car and the 2018 album, I can't remember what it's called. Tranquility Base Hotel. That's the one. Are not strong. They're AM's mid. The other 2 are bad. Yeah, but for an album run in the 2000s, it's so strong. That's like peak indie rock. Yeah. So I feel like you're massively underrated. We're going to meet in the middle at good then, I suppose. Yeah, good. I'm fine with good because there's definitely going to be some big names that I do prefer. But I'm surprised you used to love Arctic Monkeys. 505 is one of our probably most nostalgic songs. Yeah, but I think that's more of a thing if it was just everyone was listening to it. It was like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, but for good reason. It's a good song. It's a good song. Cool. So Arctic Monkeys in good. Next up, we've got Black Country New Road. Okay. What would you say for these? See, I do think I prefer them to AM. I think they're probably going to be in great band for me. See, I'd have them on the same level purely as an output thing. I feel like as much as they have 3 albums, and for the first time in Antrim up there, 2 of the strongest albums. They're both better than any Arctic Monkeys album. Yeah, I'll agree with that. But I think it's just an output thing and a time thing. Forever How Long I really enjoy, but you don't enjoy that much. There's 2 albums. I feel like it's a bit crazy to be putting them so
high up, just from your perspective, because I do also. I don't think, for me, I think Arctic Monkeys and Black Country New Road would be in great, but I think I'd have Arctic Monkeys above them all time. I'm actually quite a sucker for a bit of Arctic Monkeys.
Okay, so they're going in good as well then. Okay,
all right, you didn't even no rebuttal there, but definitely one of the strongest bands out like right now. Very interested to see what their future material has to offer as well, and what different directions they're going to go into. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's more of just an output thing, and I'll keep bringing that up for a lot of the more like the newer bands. Is if they haven't necessarily got the discography and the catalogue that really holds up, I don't know if they can be on the same level as some that we'll see in the upper echelon of this list, personally.
Okay. Next up, we've got the Beatles. For me, automatic, they're going at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally straight, goated band.
Don't need any discussion.
Do
you think they are the best band of all time?
Not for my like personal like listenership. They're definitely like up there, 100%. But the way I was looking at ranking all of these as well, I'm not just thinking my own enjoyment. I'm actually looking a bit more like holistically, like overall influence, like I've been mentioning, catalogue, consistency, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. They have such a consistent catalogue, especially their later 60s stuff. Some of the best like music from that entire decade is all Beatles stuff. Yeah. And I think like Abbey Road, Revolver, just some of the best albums of all time. Yeah. And the main thing with the Beatles for me, which is why they have to be at the top, probably like a guaranteed lock for top 3 most influential bands on popular music. Yeah. Okay. So definitely good.
That's an easy one. Next up, we've got Bloc Party.
Okay, we're going a bit all over the place.
Now, I will say, I'm a massive fan of Silent Alarm, but because of the rest of their discography, I don't think I could class myself as even a Bloc Party fan.
No, I'm a fan of Silent Alarm, but I'm not a Bloc Party fan. And I've seen them live twice as well, and they're really good live. And I just think they're quite like underrated almost. You don't hear like many people talking about in terms of like music discourse. Like I feel like a lot of people like them, but they're a bit like a casual like band. I don't know many people that like love them, especially in like music discourse. But
you might have missed that last night. Billy was saying that Sean's favourite album of all time is Silent Alarm.
Yeah, fair. But this is one of the ones for me where, like you were saying, the rest of the discography is so weak. I think their second album's all right as well, but it's not as good as Silent Alarm. Yeah. But after that, genuinely like one of the biggest fall-offs.
Surely Go then.
Yeah. No, they're one of the weaker ones that are going to be on this list. Just mainly, like the main thing is the consistency. Yeah. Fell off a cliff.
Next up, we've got Deftones. We really are going all over the place today.
For me, these are like, I could go like S tier for me. Like, really? They're genuinely my favourite like metal band, because as we all always discuss, we're not massively into metal, but I absolutely love Deftones. Yeah. Such a consistent discography. I think Gore's probably their weakest album, but it's still not a poor project. Private Music's one of their best albums. That's one of the best albums that's come out this year. Absolutely love that. And the consistency across 30 years, and for me, like being the best band in a particular genre for me, I feel like they actually are high. Not quite as high as Beatles, so I won't put them in front of them in the S tier category, or the goated categories. We've got it. But yeah, they're right up there for me. So many amazing albums like White Pony. Yeah. What you guys?
Crying Out Your Can's probably my favourite. I'm a bit torn on Deftones, and I feel like I always, more recently I haven't. I used to be massive on Deftones, kind of when all three of us were. I think I'm not a massive fan of the stuff like on Adrenaline. Like
Adrenaline's one of the weaker albums.
I'm not huge on that kind of stuff. Just flicking off a bit of fucking Oaty biscuit that Drew's left on the sofa. But their dreamier stuff, I am a big fan of. And then the other thing is, as much as I really like them, I very, very rarely find myself putting on Deftones.
Yeah.
They don't have that same like recall. They don't hook me in the same way as a lot of other bands do. It's just like I listen to it and I was like, that's good, and then that's about it really. So for me, and I also don't think I'd put them as high as Black Country New Road, or maybe they're probably the same level as Arctic Monkeys for me.
Damn. Nah. Well, what do we meet in at like great then?
What did you want to put them in?
I genuinely think they're good.
They're great. They're
literally like one of my favourite bands.
I'm surprised. I didn't realise that you rated them that highly. To be honest, I mean, I knew you really liked them, but I didn't. Think
I've not really maybe
high.
voiced it as much because I feel like now that you're less into them, we don't necessarily discuss them all that much. I mean, we spoke about Private Music a bit on the channel because it's such a good album to come out of this year. But like just off camera, we don't really discuss it. So yeah, I think maybe you've not known how much I love them. And for me, they do actually have a lot of like replayability because Private Music this year is probably my most listened to album for while running. I'm always sticking it on because the tempo is just relentless.
Yeah.
And that's apparent across a lot of their catalogues. To be fair, White Pony, another amazing running album for me. Just that energy, it's amazing. Yeah. What have we got next?
Next up, we have The Fall. I'll let you go first, and then I'll go.
For me, so I actually do think these they're gonna be a little bit lower. I don't think they're better than Arctic Monkeys or Black Country New Road. This is where we disagree.
I would go as I think The Fall are for me a lock, 100% top 5, if not top 3 most important and influential bands of all time.
The Fall are top 3 most influential bands of all time.
100%. They are. No, they are the post-punk band.
Yeah, I know, but like, I feel like compared to like the Beatles, Velvet Underground, I don't know.
That'd be. I think that might be my 3.
Nah, there's more influential like bands than The Fall. Even other ones from the '60s, like I feel like the Stones, more influential. I feel like it's more of a time thing of all time. Definitely for that genre.
For me, I genuinely
even more than like Joy Division as well. I feel like Joy Division are more influential.
Joy Division are very influential. However, also they didn't have that same. They were like a spark thing where like it sparked off something. Whereas The Fall have been like so influential and also just pioneers of so much output, so much.
I feel like they're almost like. Not that they're like niche, but they aren't like.
That's the thing. They're like a standalone thing. They're a standalone thing.
Yeah, but they don't have like the universal reach for that, like global influence and like I don't know. I feel like top 3 most influential bands of all times.
I think
not so true. I don't think. Anyway, but even if we're looking at catalogue, for me, The Fall, I'm a bit actually like Marmite on. I don't ever really listen to any of their albums, but I like a lot of their songs.
Right, okay.
I think my favourite, we might have discussed this the other day, but like Spoiled Victorian Child is probably one of my favourites, or I Am Down with Suzuki.
It's one of the more easy ones, to be fair.
Yeah, but I just think as overall album experiences, I think for me, I just don't. I don't know. I don't have that hook to go and revisit. These would be in like.
I'm the other way. Like, every time I listen to The Fall, I'm just completely like enthralled by them. I think Marquis Smith's 100% one of the most important people in music ever because the Fall is just Marquis Smith's project, really. But yeah, I think they've just got album upon album of incredible songs, and I disagree. I just think that they have good albums. I think they've got great albums. I think the main thing is for me, they're partly of how unique they are. Being that unique and still being so influential. And then also just the thing of like, they are so like broad and weird and experimental at the same time as having so much recognition and getting so much, like they are such a standalone band. I just think they're such a unique thing.
Yeah, no, I agree with like the uniqueness, but like, I don't know, unique doesn't necessarily mean like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. It's so unique.
I do like them. I don't like dislike them. I don't think they're a bad band. So but I think compared to like all the other ones we've had on here, other than Bloc Party, these are probably the second weakest we've discussed so far.
These.
Where would they be for you? Because I feel like there's going to be a bit of budget. Gert. Right, damn, okay.
Which is a problem because we've got 2 categories between Gert and Gert. And there's no way.
We can go
There's
great.
no way. I was going to say there's no way.
If you're passionate about a Gert, then that's fine. I don't mind budging on this one. But you owe me one, buddy.
Laptop's fully broken. Okay, they're in Gert. Oh.
You can't put them in Gert.
I know. Laptop's broken. Okay, next up we have Fontaines D.C.
Okay, well, I'll kick us off. For me, I don't think they're better than Black Country New Road or Arctic Monkeys. So, but they're not far off Arctic Monkeys. And I think it's more of... I think that especially the first 3 Arctic Monkeys albums are on the same level, if not better, than all of like Fontaine's best material. I genuinely think that those first three are better. That my favourite Fontaines album, as we discussed on the channel, is A Hero's Death, and I think that's like
mine too.
a sort of like strong 8, light 9 region. But I do think that the first three Arctic Monkeys albums, like I said earlier, some of the best indie rock ever.
Yeah.
So they'd all be landing around like a light 9 out of 10 for me. So Fontaines wise, I think they've got 3 solid projects. One weaker one that's mid, and I go off Romance more and more with every sort of like listen and yeah. And I do think the Fontaines are a bit overrated. Like they're great, but they are a bit overrated. So on this tier list, I'd be looking at putting them maybe in the good section. Is that where we have Black Country New Road and Arctic Monkeys, but not as high as either of them?
See, I was kind of thinking that because I don't think they're as good as Black Country New Road. However, I do prefer them to Arctic Monkeys. Because I would have had Black Country New Road in great and Arctic Monkeys in G, and I would have put Fontaines in good, edging on great. So they're going in good.
Yeah, I think like Black Country New Road out of those 3, definitely the most like probably like impressive, but and like artsy and albums wise, Anthem up there is the best out of any of those bands. But I just think that it serves in a time where you want to go and like actually like really just like soak up an album experience, whereas like Arctic Monkeys and Fontaines you just stick on whenever and it's always so revisitable. Whereas you don't really stick on maybe random Black Country New Road songs. Definitely more of an albums band.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think they serve in different areas. But for me, another thing as well, like Arctic Monkeys, like influence definitely puts them above Fontaines because they're so influential.
Yeah, that's fair, but that's just a time thing.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. We have to go on like the time thing. And as much as I'm always rooting to support more current bands, in this context, I do think influence is a very important thing.
Yeah. Pink Floyd. I think
they're my favourite band of all time.
Joining the Beatles, Not too much to say, to be fair. They've got some of the best albums of all time.
What would you say? Would you put them above the Beatles?
I put them below because I think there is the worst albums out of all the bands are all Pink Floyd albums. They do have some bad albums. Whereas they have maybe one, which is, I've genuinely just forgotten its name, just the Roger Waters one, After the Wall, the final, whatever, I can't even Is it called The Final Cut?
Yeah, that's it, The Final Cut. That's a bad album. The other one's like A Momentary Lapse of Reason.
A Sauce Full of Secrets is a bad album.
No, that's not a bad album.
I don't like it at all. I genuinely think it's unlistenable.
It's definitely an out there one, but I mean, I kind of like just how abstract and like, I
think it can be done in a good way though. Like,
yeah, no, it's definitely not their strongest, but I don't think it's a bad album. I'd say that's probably like a mid one. But for me, yeah, they definitely do lack a bit of consistency, but the highs are like literally the highest highs music has ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, I think...
Wait, who do you think... Do you think... Wait, that's a good question, actually. What's like... If you had to do top albums out of Floyd and Beatles...
Well, I think that Floyd have 3 perfect albums. I've said like Dark Side.
Is Abbey Road the only Beatles album that you said was perfect?
No, I don't think the Beatles have a perfect album.
Oh, really?
Abbey Road,
so you'd have Pink Floyd above...
I think Revolver and Abbey Road are strong 9s.
Right.
But yeah, they'd be coming in around like the 5th spot still compared to Pink Floyd's.
Damn.
For me. Who do you prefer overall, the Beatles or Floyd?
I think probably the Beatles. I listen to them more day to day.
Yeah.
Oh, the best album out of them. Oh.
Also,
Revolver for me is the Beatles' best album.
Yeah.
I think.
Revolver or Dark Side, is that what it's between?
Yeah. I think Dark Side's a better album.
Okay.
But I think I prefer individual songs on Revolver more. That's what I'd say about the bands more in general.
Money, Us and Them. I can name the whole track list of them. Like songs like On the Run aren't. But
that's what I'm saying. If I listen to Pink Floyd, I listen to an album.
It's actually similar to what I was just saying.
It's quite rare that I actually listen to a Beatles album all the way through. I usually just listen to individual songs.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to what I was just saying about Black Country New Road. Yeah. Definitely more of like an albums band. Also, a thing that I could argue for the Beatles against Pink Floyd, more influential. Pink Floyd are super influential as well, but the Beatles, like I said, are literally like a lock for top 3 most influential bands on popular music. So
yeah,
I'm fine with them being like top dog, and they will take some budging to move from that position.
Next up, we've got Interpol. Now, Turn on the Bright Lights is one of my favourite albums of all time, and I genuinely think it's one of the best albums ever made. The second album, I can't remember what it's called, I always forget.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's got a couple of good songs on it, but that's it. Kind of similar to a Bloc Party situation.
Yeah.
I just don't think I tried to even... Oh, I can't speak.
What did you just say?
I tried to say something and it just didn't work. So
do you want to try again?
I don't even remember what I was trying to say, to be honest.
Nice.
Do I want to put them in G though? Because
I feel like we've got to be brutally honest. You can enjoy it. It's the same thing. Silent Alarm, amazing album.
Yeah.
Turn on the Bright Lights, amazing album. But the lack of consistency is really apparent.
Yeah.
Like, it's unignorable for me. So, yeah, if it weren't for Turn on the Bright Lights, there'd be a bad band. Genuinely, there'd be a bad band. Yeah. I just think the rest
they're
of their
touring together as well. Our two bands in the G are going on tour together. That'll be a good tour.
That would be a good tour though, because again, like I said, Bloc Party are amazing live. They're great fun.
Videos of Interpol back in the day live as well. I don't know what they're like these days, but
I've heard mixed things about them live.
Next up, I'm very interested to see where you're going to put these. Magdalena Bay.
See, this is one of the ones that, again, it's a recency thing. It's an output thing. I've said many times, they're my current favourite band or duo, and literally think that Imaginal Disc is 100% one of the best albums of this decade. And I genuinely do think, bit of a hot take, it's one of the best pop albums ever for me. Like, it's just amazing. As you've actually given Imaginal Disc a listen this week for the first time, and you enjoyed it. Do you want to give some thoughts on that?
I really liked it. However, it's one of them, and you were right. You said I really liked Imaginal Disc and the new singles that they've been releasing.
Just single runs crazy.
Incredible. However, you are right. The stuff before Imaginal Disc, not really for me.
Oh, what? No, I enjoy it, but yeah, not so much for you.
Yeah, you knew that would be the case with me. Yeah.
Yeah, Mercurial World's like obviously a lot more synth pop, which is not really your thing.
I'd definitely... the two good for gross, the two good for G, I think. Would I put them in good or could I pay great out? Where would you go?
I think good because of a time thing. Unfortunately, I'm rooting for them to be higher, and honestly, if they can keep going on the way they're going, like I literally think the single run is actually generational that they've been on this year. Some of my favourite songs of the entire year have come out of this, and Imaginal Disc is literally one of my favourite albums ever.
Yeah,
and I think Mercurial World's an amazing album as well. They have two amazing albums. Imaginal Disc genuinely might be perfect. I'll have to give that take officially one day.
Okay,
but. Yeah, I feel like if they keep going in the way they're going, they'll be climbing the ranks of this tier list. But I think it's another thing. It's just two albums. You can't really be climbing. But there is another band that we're going to be talking about on here that also only have two albums. So we'll see how they rank.
Okay, next up we have Mazzy Star. Now, Herb Sandoval is one of my favourite singers of all time. She has potentially, other than Elizabeth Fraser, mummy,
Get out. That was absolutely shocking.
My potentially favourite voice of all time. They have some of the most beautiful, soft, ethereal, romantic albums ever made, and really consistent, I think.
They are consistent, which gives it points, but...
For me, they're consistently great.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. As much as I really like the music, and it might be like a genre thing, I think... like none of it like blows me away in the way that maybe other
maybe just because it's such gentle, unassuming music. But actually, I'm blown away because it's like it's not the kind of blown away where you're like whoa. It's like the kind of blown away like how have you done that to me? It's an emotional blow away.
Yeah, I think so. Tonight that I might see is their best album. Would you agree?
I don't know.
And I'm a bit basic with this one, but I genuinely think that Fade Into You is their best song as well because it's
a great song. Maybe song. It's between the first three albums.
Fair. I do think that one's the best, but yeah, I think consistently. Oh, great! But I don't know. I don't think I'd have. This is the thing because now we've got a few budgies going on.
No, actually, Among My Swans my favourite album.
Do what?
Among My Swans my favourite album.
All right. Okay.
Just change my mind because Look On Down From the Bridge is probably the best Mazzy Star song. I actually think that's better than Fade Into You.
Oh, that's...
Do you know that off the top of your head?
Yeah, I do know the one, yeah. This is a good shout. It's valid. But Fade Into You is just... It's another one. It's a nostalgia thing. Very nostalgic song for me. But the thing is, I don't know if I can go great because of what we've got in good. Because I don't prefer them to Black Country New Road, Arctic Monkeys, or Fontaines.
I do.
You think they're better than all of them? Mm-hmm. Oh, damn. Didn't know you... This
and
is another little
for me, they're better than all the ones in good right now. Ooh. And better than Deftones.
No, see,
the only one so
I'd have
far
them below all of them so far.
So you think?
I prefer Magdalena Bay, but again, it's an output over time.
I surely prefer to Bloc Party and Interpol? Sure.
Yeah, they're high. No, they're not good, but I think they're good. But I'd be bumping like Arctic Monkeys and that up a little bit. I feel like Arctic Monkeys are great.
No, I don't think so.
Anyway,
they're not moving now. Anyway,
what would you have them in?
I'd have them in great, and you'd say good. So
you owe me a budge.
You
owe me a budge. They can't go top of good.
Where are they going in good then? At the very bottom of good?
No, they can go above Magdalena.
Okay, I can accept this.
You might have to refresh me. What have we got in good?
So I'll just do the whole list. Good, we've got Pink Floyd, Beatles. Great, we've got Deftones and The Fall. Good, we've got Arctic Monkeys, Black Country New Road, Fontaines, Mazzy Star, and Magdalena Bay. And in G, we've got Bloc Party and Interpol.
Yeah, The Fall are way too high now, looking at the rest of this. Fall are not above
too late.
A lot of the bands in the good. Damn. All right,
next
who are
up,
we moving on to?
My Bloody Valentine. Goated band.
Good.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And I do still think that Loveless is their best, but I think you are right in saying that a lot of their best songs come from the earlier EPs. Mm-hmm. That's like the...
And Isn't Anything.
Yeah, and Isn't Anything. The only thing that I actually... I feel like I am cheating a little bit with this one. Again, it's the output thing. There isn't the loads, so I don't know if I'm being a little bit or hypocritical, I should say, with what I'm saying. But I do think it's another thing. They're my favourite band of a particular genre. So for me, just in terms of fans, they're also probably a top 10 band of all time for me.
Absolutely in there with the influence and stuff, obviously, as well. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Of a particular style of music that I love, massive shoegaze fan. We actually saw some amazing shoegaze music last night. We saw She's Green and Soft Cult in Leeds. They were both amazing at the time of this recording. That was last night, but I don't know when this will be coming out. So check those out. But yeah, massive shoegaze fans. But My Bloody Valentine are at absolute peak, and I'm looking forward to seeing them at Primavera Sounds next year.
I genuinely cannot wait.
It's going to be amazing. But yeah, I do think these are good to you.
Okay.
Loveless is one of the most unique, amazing pieces of art, full stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it is just them late 80s. That's my favourite.
Yeah.
I've said before, I think on air, if you said to me, Loveless and After, or everything before Loveless, I'd pick before.
Yeah.
Because there's some of the songs on the
self-titled album's their weakest.
Yeah, but it's still really good. Is that 2015 or something like that?
I think it's just before. It's early 2010s, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 2013. Don't know.
Who Sees You on that is genuinely could be top 10 of their songs.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's the best on there anyway.
That's the other thing. Consistency. Just so consistent. Yeah. But it's just a little bit of output, so I don't know if I'm cheating, but anyway. During Go, they're staying there.
Next up, our favourite band, Oasis.
You make out that we actually dislike Oasis.
I know, but everyone just thinks that
I think they're massively overrated. Massively, but they're still good. However, looking at this tier list, they are bottom of the good section.
Yeah.
They're not above. Even Magdalena Bay, I think Marginal Disc and Mercurial World stomp any Oasis album. Definitely Maybe is my favourite. I think that's a great album. And you think that What's the Story, Morning Glory is that a great album as well to you, or is that a good album?
Good.
Yeah, see, for me, that's just a decent album. And then
they've got, I don't think they have a good album after that, but they've got some good tunes after that still. So that's why in the G, we've got the first album, Merchants, and Oasis are just, they're a little bit above that. So
yeah,
Oasis are a good band, guys. We've said it.
That's literally a bad thing, though. People are going to be like, what? No, they're the best band of all time. But yeah, they're very overrated, but they're still a good band. I still enjoy a lot of their music, especially when out and about. At a pub, there's actually nothing better than an Oasis banger coming on for me.
From Definitely Maybe. When Rock and Roll Star. Also,
exactly.
When we saw Liam Gallagher and he started Rock and Roll Star.
Yeah.
Undeniably Limbs. I don't care.
No, it was sick. I feel like we're always on the back foot and trying to defend ourselves with Oasis. I actually don't dislike them as a band. I just think they're very overrated.
Yeah. Okay, next we have Pixies.
Oh, this is an interesting one because I think that it's another one where the way the tier list is shaping up that it's a little bit difficult for me because I would have them in great, but I don't have them above other bands that we have in good because we have to go a little bit lower.
I'd put them in great as well. So But then, I mean,
I
think in particular, Surfer Rosa, hello, and Doolittle are their best two albums, and I do genuinely think those two are both in my maybe even top 30 albums of all time.
Fair, yeah. No, they're both amazing. I really like Bossa Nova as well.
See, I'm not as big on Bossa Nova.
Yeah, but I think
still
Allison
like it.
on there is just one of my favourite of their choruses. That's just such an amazing song. But the main thing that I really like about Pixies that I feel like is quite unique to them, and I always get it in their album experiences, their songs are so concise. Like, they're so quick. And there's no like chance for filler, so they very rarely miss. Like I actually think like Doolittle and Surfer Rosa are like skipless albums.
Yeah.
There's just no misses.
I might even
shifting.
I think Surfer Rosa might have a slight edge on Doolittle, which I think is
It's
not
close,
the hottest take,
definitely
not the
close.
hottest take ever. But I feel like it's like a universally agreed thing that Doolittle is the best Pixies album. I genuinely think Surfer Rosa might have a slight edge on it.
I'm part of the larger population that would edge towards Doolittle, but it is close. Like it's a toss up. I actually think as well the track run for Surfer Rosa, like from the beginning, let's run through it, is absolutely insane.
Oh,
Burn
yeah.
Machine, Break My Body, Something Against You, Broken Face,
Something Against
Gigantic.
You, by the way, is
Ridiculous.
it's what. Oh wow, yeah.
And you could keep going, and then like Where Is My Mind, again, one of the most iconic songs of the
such an
entire
incredible
decade,
song,
one of the best songs ever. And that's for us as well, massively nostalgic one as well. I feel like that plays a lot of weight into this for me, is like personal enjoyment, like over a period of time. Like I've been enjoying the music for years now. Especially like Where Is My Mind was when I was first introduced to their music. And that's just such a good song. But the guitar work is absolutely insane. And I like the way they share the vocals as well. Has a lot of like dynamic.
Gigantic. I don't know what the woman's called. But
Kim Deal, I think.
yes. Gigantic is an incredible song, which she's on lead vocals for. That's a great song.
And it just adds such a dynamic experience to their albums, which makes it just very, like, it doesn't get stale at all. No. So listenable. But the guitar work is some of the most underrated guitar work of all time.
Yeah, 100%. They've got so much, like, I don't know why, but when I listen to a Pixies album, I just think of like really dirty, grimy, greasy pipes.
Fair.
No,
I actually know what you mean. Yeah, fair. But I think, is it Joey Santiago? Is that the?
I actually don't know. Like, as much as I really like Pixies, I've never like.
I think he's lead. I think he's lead
band.
guitarist. If not, shoot me. But his guitar work, he's one of the most underrated guitarists in my opinion of all time. And I feel like it solos and just like tone is so unique and just fire. It's genuinely sick. Next one.
Radiohead.
S tier for me. Goated.
Agreed.
These are goated. They're top 3 band of all time for me. And I think as much as they have some weaker albums, I don't think they have a bad album. I have the hot take that I think Amnesiac is their weakest project because it's probably their most inconsistent album for me. Some of their worst material on there, like Pulp Pulp, Revolving Doors and Hunting Bears and then Morning Bell, Amnesiac. There's a lot of sludge on there. As much as it does have some of their best songs on it, still like Pyramid Song, Life in a Glass House, so on, so on. But their consistency, for the most part, is insane. They have some of my favourite albums of all time with In Rainbows and OK Computer. They have so many different styles that they've done so well. Like a Moonshaped Pool, amazing, like softer album. That's their slowest. Yeah. And it's just so good. Literally has my favourite song of theirs on with Full Stop. I feel like people are like, they're definitely not underrated by any means, but I feel like they're a bit overhated. I feel like we get absolutely slaughtered for rating them so highly, and we probably will for having them in GOAT tier, but I do think they're on the same level as Pink Floyd and Beatles. 100%.
I do. And MBV.
And I'm not even joking. Pink Floyd are my favourite on here, but I think I prefer Radiohead's music to the Beatles.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't think the Beatles have a perfect album. I think In Rainbows, OK Computer are both perfect. And I think that even a Moonshaped Pool, which I think is their third best, and the Bends, is literally the same level as the Beatles' best work in Abbey Road and Revolver. They're all like strong nines.
I think the best band on this list so far is MBV.
Oh, really? Wow. Fair.
I think MBV might be my top 5 bands of all time.
Damn. Why are you whispering, by the way? You say you're a little bit shy over there.
I don't
you
know.
say it loud and proud. You've got to puff out your chest for your favourite band.
If I speak loud, I might throw up. I've got another wave of it coming on.
But yeah, fair. I actually didn't know you rated them as high as that.
I mean, they've got some of my most listened to songs of all time, and they're like one of them that has always, well, not always, but like for a long time has been like, what are you doing?
Just
has been like one of the main, like most consistently in rotation for the longest time.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Not a bad take. Amazing band. I genuinely can't wait to see them. At the moment, when we're recording this, all the videos of them on tour are just so like, I just want to be there. It's amazing.
Next up, we have the Smiths.
Whew.
Where are you going?
This is the problem again. Some of these bands in good need to be higher. We're normally actually too generous. We've been too harsh today on some of these.
We should be harsh more often.
Because I think these are a great band. However, again, there's bands in the good section that I do prefer to them.
What do you want to go up to the great section that'll make you feel like, yeah?
What have we got in good? I think the Arctic Monkeys 100% needs to be in great. 100% for me.
We've got Arctic Monkeys, Black Country New Road, Fontaines D.C, Mazzy Star, Magdalena Bay, and Oasis. I'll tell you for me.
Actually, no, Arctic Monkeys are the only one that can go up to great then, I think.
I'm going to do it.
You're going to do it? Oh, thank you. But then,
because I understand.
But then the Fall, I would say, need relegated, but obviously that's asking too much of a favour.
Yeah, fuck off.
But I don't think the Fall are on the same level as like the Smiths or Arctic Monkeys for me. But would you agree that the Smiths are going in great? Was that okay with you?
I was going to say 100% at least great for me, because as much as I understand that we always have the same conversation when we talk about the Smiths, Morrissey's voice is Marmite. His songwriting is a bit tongue-in-cheek at times. However, as an instrumental three-piece, Johnny Marr, Mike Joyce, and Andy Rock, and I said Mike Rock and Andy Joyce, are honestly like one of the most tight three pieces ever, and just the catchy riffs and rhythms. There's not many who have done it as well. Yeah,
honestly. And we were saying this the other day, one of the most consistent catalogues of all time, not a bad album, very
few
bad songs. I don't even know if they have a bad song.
No, I don't. I
genuinely don't think they've released a bad song.
I think Meat is Murder, the title track, might be my least favourite Smith song, and I still think it's still a good song, because it's still interesting.
Fair. And also some of the best compilations of albums of all time.
100%, yeah.
Like, they are just so consistent. And as much as I'm not the biggest fan of Morrissey's vocals, the Smiths are always a band that are in rotation. Barbarism Begins at Home is literally, like, I think that's one of the best bass lines of all time. And that's like a proper, again, it's another classic in terms of our friendship.
Yeah.
That has been a song we've been playing with each other for years. But yeah, so many great albums, so many great songs, and very few weaknesses.
Agreedy McGreedy. Okay. Next up, Daily Duppy, we have the Stone Roses.
So this was the band I was referencing in terms of two albums earlier. And I do think that output really matters, because the way I'd compare it is like Lauryn Hill in hip-hop gets spoken about as like, one of the best artists of all time. And I agree, but her catalogue is just one album. So she doesn't have anywhere near enough output to like warrant it, because it's sort of like, it's hard for, like, the Stone Roses, so strong, literally one of the best debuts of all time, if not the best. Yeah. So many amazing songs. We were just ranking their top 5 most streamed songs. I don't think there's a top 5 most streamed songs from any other band that is as strong as theirs.
Yeah, genuinely, maybe not.
Like some of the just best songs of all time, some of the best songs.
Because of the first album, I would love to say Goat, but I always forget what the second album's called, because I just never listen to it because I don't like it. It's like the something. It's like the... It's not the Final Cut, because that's the Pink Floyd one, but it's something like that.
Yeah. The Second Coming,
The Second Coming,
yes. Yeah. That's definitely not as strong. But
I can't lie, that's a okay album.
Yeah, that's definitely not as strong, but it's still not a bad album.
No.
I'm not going to lie, though. Same thing as Magdalena Bay. I genuinely think that... And the other thing with the Stone Roses is the influence, and they just captured an entire moment. But I think that Magdalena Bay have two, like, albums that... I think Imaginal Disc and Stone Roses self-titled are, like, similar playing field for me. Personally, I know that might be a hot take, but I think Mercurial World's better than The Second Coming for me. I know this Mercurial World's
So you'd have them above...
Because this is what I'm saying. More comes into it. But I'm saying in terms of my argument against Magdalena Bay was output. But their output for me is actually like slightly stronger holistically than the Stone Roses.
I think they've got to go in great though. We can't put.
No, but it's the same as Turn on the Bright Lights with Interpol.
It's not.
No, it is. That's up there. That's similar playing field for me. As
also, those Stone Roses, some of their best songs are singles that aren't on the album and some stuff like that.
Yeah. Same with Magdalena Bay, though. Second Sleep might be their best song, and that's come out of a recent single.
The Stone Roses self-titled's better than anything Magdalena Bay have released.
And that's fair. And I'm not necessarily against that.
I can't have them in good. There's no way they're on the same... Don't you dare put the Stone Roses in the same fucking band as Fontaines, Oasis.
Okay. I agree. They can go in great. I agree. But they have to go at the bottom of great just purely on output. And that's not any, like, hatred. It often actually, like, means that they've left a good legacy because there's no misses. But I feel like maybe if they had continued, we'd be having a different conversation about consistency. We're talking about Pink Floyd, their later albums are weaker. Mm-hmm. And we had that argument for not as consistent as a band like the Beatles. For me, having less output kind of is the same detriment in this tier list for me, because you haven't got enough to sort of like back you to be a goat tier.
Yeah.
But they're definitely a great band.
Okay. Next up, we have The Strokes. I'm going to say it.
No, not goat. They're great.
They're going in great.
Yeah, they're going,
okay, good.
Great.
Because I was going to say, Oasis, definitely better than. Magdalena Bay, definitely better than. Mazzy Star, better than. Fontaines, better than. Black Ridge New Road, better than. If we're talking about in great, I'd prefer them to Deftones. Probably actually prefer them to The Fall. Prefer them to Pixies. Yeah. Definitely prefer them to Arctic Monkeys. I'd probably prefer them to The Smiths. And just because of, again, it's like the catalogue, more output thing, prefer them to Stone Roses.
Yeah.
In fact, hold on. Yeah, no, they are the very top of great, but they're not better than anyone in GOAT.
No, I agree. They don't. Is This It is such an amazing album, one of the best debuts again. So many great debuts.
Even throughout their whole catalogue, they are pretty consistent. I don't think they have.
They have a couple that are a little bit more like they're good albums, but not blowing me away that I don't ever really revisit often. But yeah, so many strong albums. And for me, they're similar like category as Arctic Monkeys in terms of like an indie rock sound. I know they're still slightly different, but kind of I enjoy their music for similar reasons. Gives me a similar sort of feel. And I do prefer the Strokes to Arctic Monkeys. They are probably definitely more consistent, so they can go ahead of them. I just think that you're underrating Arctic Monkeys' first 3 album run.
Well, I've already put them up to great, so...
No. I don't want them any higher than that. They're not good.
It is a good run. I just hate some of the other stuff enough that it ruins it all.
Fair. Yeah, Strokes definitely can go top of great. I agree with you there.
Fabulous. This picture that I'm using is absolutely incredible, by the way. Albert Hammond Jr. is wearing a 3-piece mustard suit. Right. Next up, we're on our last 3 now. We've only got 3 left.
Damn, we've shot through these.
Talking Heads.
Again, one of my favourite bands of all time, but consistency. They're a bit inconsistent.
They can't go in GOAT. Automatically, they can't go in GOAT.
I do also... this is the thing. Remaining Light is literally like a guaranteed lock for top 10 albums of all time for me. It's just so good. I was listening to it yesterday and I'm still every single time just blown away by how amazing it is. The structure of that album as well is just so cool. I just love the first funky half that's wild. It's all over the place. Yeah. The second half is so weird and dreamy, atmospheric. Genuinely an absolute masterpiece of an album. I think Speaking in Tongues is a great album as well. No, amazing album, I should say. Yeah, their debut's strong as well. But like Naked, that's not great. It's really not great. And
is that the one with the monkey on it?
Yeah. That's really not a great album.
They've got some stinkers. I feel like they're
100% top of great though for me. Like they're
above
better
the
than the Strokes.
I'm okay with
the
that.
highest highs, like I Remaining Light's better than like Is This It, which is my favourite Strokes album. I'm just looking at Talking Heads catalogue as well. I don't know why I didn't just mention Fear of Music as well, because that's an amazing album. I love that album.
I was thinking that when you were saying, I was like, Oh, I swear there's more albums. I just couldn't think of one either. I just fully forgot Favourite
Also,
Music
things
existed.
for Talking Heads that I have to point out, they have my favourite live album of all time as well. Stop
Yeah.
Making Sense is absolutely unbelievable and has some of my favourite songs of all time on there, like Cross-Eyed and Painless live is absolutely ridiculous. Words cannot even describe it. So yeah, I'm a little bit sad to see them not in the GOAT tier because I do prefer them to even the Beatles in terms of high highs.
Oh,
In terms of
yeah,
the high
okay.
highs, but I think it's a consistency thing, and I will be a hypocrite.
Pardon.
I'll be a hypocrite to not sort of judge them in the same way that I've been judging everyone else. But top of great, I am fine with that. What is that second to last
We've
one?
got two left. The order they're in right now, I want to switch it around because the last one I want to make a point about. But for now, let's do the Jesus and Mary chain.
I'll let you start off because they definitely would rank higher on your all-time band list than me.
For me, if I look at the bands in this list, they stack up with great.
I disagree.
Where are you saying?
Good. They're a good band, but the thing is I'd say they're great, but not better than some of the ones we've been good.
Oh,
It's a difficult one. Difficult one.
as long as they're not, I can handle good because Mazzy Star are in there.
I feel like we've been a bit harsh.
By the
today,
way,
you know?
why are Mazzy Star in good? I thought they were in great for some reason.
I think because didn't I say good and you budged for me potentially with that?
Yeah,
Oh, I can't
that
remember.
was it. I think. Yeah.
But again, I'd say that Mazzy Star are a great band, but I think it's just the way the tier list has shaped up. It's affecting a lot of
Yeah.
my judgment. So like, I would, when I'm talking about them, I'd say, yeah, Mazzy Star, great band, yeah. Like Arctic Monkeys, great band. But then when they end up in a different category, I feel like it definitely influences my thoughts going into ranking
Yeah.
other bands. I don't have them above. Like, go through what's in good again for me.
Black Country New Road.
Yeah, I prefer Black Country New Road. I know
Same
output
level for
again.
me, I'd say, maybe.
Black Country New Road.
Maybe
are better.
slight edge with Jesus and Mary chain. Fontaines, I prefer Jesus and Mary chain.
Jesus and Mary Chain are better than Fontaines, yeah.
Mazzy Star, neck and neck, but that's because I would have had Mazzy Star up there.
I prefer Mazzy Star. I think.
The song with Sometimes Always,
Yeah,
that's a fucking
Bit of a
banger, by
crossover.
the
Yeah,
way.
that's one of their best.
I think Herb Sandoval was with Jim Reed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I might have fully made that up, but I've dreamt of it.
Well, they sound good together on that song.
Yeah.
So got chemistry.
Magdalena Bay
Output thing, being over it. I prefer their music.
and
but-
Oasis. They're better than Oasis.
Yeah.
Okay, so
okay, I'm all right. If we could do a little bit of shuffling, I reckon we could promote Mazzy Star,
yeah,
and then you could have Jesus and Mary Chain in Great as well.
yeah, that's so fine with me.
And Black Country New Road needs to go to Great though.
Okay,
I think we're being too harsh.
okay.
Maybe I'm just a dick rider, but
Great, it's full up now. We've got 2 rows going.
but do you know what I mean?
Sorry, did you
like, we can't be going around talking like Black Country New Road are just a good band.
Yeah,
Like, I know we're
it's
judging
because
catalogue
of the
and
most recent
influence and
album that
stuff.
kind of.
No, I really like Forever How Long. I think
Yeah,
that's a great album. I literally
I'm
think
fine with them
worst
being.
material
I'm
is
fine
great,
with
and
them
we've got
being in
in
great
good.
though, because for the first time in Answer Up, they are 2 of the best albums of the last 15 years or so.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're being dickheads today. We need to get them up there.
Wait, what else was I moving? So I had to actually put the Jesus and Mary chain in the list. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, get them in great. And for me, Magdalena Bay do stack up against them in terms of what they have released.
One day they'll
But
be
yeah,
there.
They're a potential.
Yeah. Okay, and finally, now this is a band that for me is gonna go and go. And I really hope you will agree with me. And if not, then I'm gonna convince you, and I'm not gonna give up.
I think I know who this is.
The Cure.
The Cure, yeah. I'm fine with it. However, they will be. Who else have we got in the GOAT? Just to
Hold on,
clarify.
I'll tell you in a minute. But right now, my laptop's frozen. The Beatles, Pink Floyd, My Bloody Valentine, and Radiohead.
They can go and GOAT, absolutely. I'm fine with that. But they are bottom of GOAT for me.
See, for me,
Oh, hot take.
I prefer The Cure to Pink Floyd.
Okay.
I think I maybe prefer them to the Beatles, and then the neck and neck with Radiohead and MBV are still on top.
Ooh. Okay. Fair. They're not as good as any of the other bands in there for me. Maybe I probably actually maybe do prefer them to MBV
Is MBV bottom of the GOAT so far?
far.
Right.
Actually, though, I feel like MBV, like Loveless, is literally one of my favorite albums of all time. So if we go on like just the highest highs, Loveless is better than any Beatles album for me. It's
Yeah, no, I
up
agree.
there with
I
all
agree.
the best of like
That's what I'm saying.
Radiohead.
MBV,
But then, other than that, I don't know that the rest of the stuff, and as much as I also think it's amazing, I then would have like a Cure album like Disintegration above all of that. Do you know what I mean? I think Disintegration is my favourite album by The Cure.
It completely depends on my mood,
because so many good ones.
There's very few bands where when you talk about the albums, you can say, oh, they're incomparable. Like, because I can't compare Songs for a Lost World with Disintegration, with 17 Seconds, with Three Imaginary Boys. They're all so different. But and then, like, ones that as much as it's not my favourite, like The Top, again, such a different. I'm fully tackled up here.
I think The Top is probably their weak.
I think it might be, yeah.
But it's not a bad album. It's just not as good as the rest.
It's not my favourite, yeah. No, I agree.
So that's another thing. So much consistency. It's the same argument we made for Deftones, making music for so long, and they still came out with one of the best albums of last year. They're still amazing live.
Again, cannot wait to see them at Primavera.
Can't wait to see them at Primavera. That lineup
Are any of you guys going to Primavera? Because if so, we'll probably see you there. Because if they'll only be like, I can't imagine loads of you are going.
No, yeah, it's a...
So if you're there, we'll probably see you.
Unique expedition.
And you can buy us a beer, because I'm not paying them prices.
But, yeah, I'm happy with them in Goethe. I feel like they have everything that I've made arguments for everyone else, and they've got the catalogue as well to back it. Yeah. Like one of the most consistent catalogues over such a large amount of time on here. Like, full stop. More consistent catalogue than Pink Floyd.
Yeah, agreed.
And it's this argument for MBV is they have a slimmer catalogue.
But I'm not even joking, MBV have never, even stuff that isn't on streaming out of anything they've ever made, they've never released a single song that isn't at least great. Yeah,
no, valid, and I agree. But what I'm saying is The Cure have done that, but showcase more because there's more output that is still consistent, which kind of just shows that that it's like more important consistency for me.
I'm shouting out and putting people on to a couple of MBV bits and bobs. Listen to the MBV cover of We Have All the Time in the World by Louis Armstrong. Have I shown you it before?
Yeah, it's crazy.
God, it's incredible. And then I think it might be what's it called? Kiss the Eclipse off a really early EP. Have I shown you that one?
Yeah, you showed me that as well.
That reminds me of a lot of early Ride stuff.
Yeah.
That's what you said. It's got that really thin, screechy guitars and the really fast. That is their both top 5 MBV songs.
Fair. Damn. I'd have a really hard time ranking MBV's catalog.
It is really difficult.
Because they're so good.
Soon is definitely up.
Soon is my favourite song by them. But that's the only one that I can like confirm.
To Hear Knows When might be in my top 5 as well.
Yeah. Only Shallow.
There's so many though because
Loveless.
If we're talking about the EPs that are on streaming, like Thorn, Drive It All Over Me, Instrumental 1 and 2. I can't remember which way around it is. One of them's like just relentless, and the other one is like this really like almost like weird, creepy trip hop kind of vibe. It's really weird, that song. Do you know which one I mean?
No.
We'll put it on after this. It's fucking good. It's just a drum loop with the weirdest ambient sounds ever.
Yes, yeah. And also, you made me realise, oh my God, that live, absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I feel like I've said ridiculous so much, but it's warranted for that song. Mm-hmm. But yeah, are you happy with how this list is shaped up? I'm looking clarification.
Okay, so we didn't get any in gross.
Yeah, well that means that you guys have got good taste because we're selecting this from all your like favourite bands and ones you want us to discuss. But
we have our lowest is Interpol and Bloc Party in good.
Valid. I think I'm fine with that.
Good. We've only got 3 bands now because of all the movements that have happened. Fontaines D.C, Magdalena Bay, and Oasis. I'm okay with that.
I am. I'm just rooting for Mag Bay.
I am as well.
But fair.
Great. We have 11 in. We have literally more than half of all the bands on this list in. Great. Talking Heads, The Strokes, Deftones, The Fall, Pixies, Arctic Monkeys, The Smiths, The Stone Roses, Mazzy Star, Black Country New Road, and the Jesus and Mary Chain.
I am fine with it.
I'm not even joking. The only one when I read it out there and sticks out to me, we're like, Arctic Monkeys. I don't think they should be that high. I think I
don't think the Fall should.
I think they're comfortably the worst thing, and then maybe Deftones. I could move down.
We're proper opposite ends of the spectrum again in this one because like Deftones for me, Goat tier. But the only one in there that the Fall for me just don't really have like the album sort of factor that a lot of the other bands in there do. I just don't ever listen to even Like
I just fully forgot what you're wearing and looked at you and realised how
I
ridiculous
also have
you
fully
look.
forgotten, and I keep realising, I'm like, wait, what are you actually doing? But
I was going to make a joke before.
I'm so comfy.
I said before that I was going to make a joke in the intro saying that they cut all my hair off and made it into Sam's jacket.
Yeah, Max has got a lovely new haircut. Don't you think he looks amazing?
Please tell me how handsome I am.
You're very handsome, Max.
Thank you.
We need a lot of comments saying that Max is handsome. If you don't comment that, then we know that you.
Yeah, because we see who the viewers are. I've already.
Sorry.
Can we just have? I'm so hungry, like unbelievably hungry. We're getting Pizza Express. First, I didn't even know you could get Pizza Express on Uber Eats, but it's happening.
No, neither did I. Because that's more like you go and eat at a Pizza Express, don't you? It's not like a takeaway. You think like Domino's and takeaway, but. Yeah, I can't wait for that, and I think we've done a good job, so we're absolutely deserving of it, and it is going to be the best hangover food ever.
I apologise, guys, if this isn't the most energetic video ever, and if I've been mumbling, I keep realising that I'm doing it, but...
fair. As much as I look ridiculous, this has actually, like, woke me up a bit, and I actually have,
You seem... We've swapped roles. I was fine before this.
And I was, like, literally curled up in a ball.
All the way around now. I feel really, really bad. It's because I'm hungry.
Yeah, you're not good for being hungry, are you?
No, I'm going to get angry. It's a good thing we didn't have too many big disagreements on this, otherwise I would have genuinely got a bit upset.
Yeah, and also, I did say before, like, no shouting or anything's pleased today because I'm delicate. So I'm glad that we did agree for the most part.
Do you want to do the outro? Because I'm going to go to bed.
Okay. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I won't keep it too long because Max needs to get his food. But like, subscribe, let us know if you want us to do this again and what bands we should include. We'll do one for solo artists as well, so get thinking who your favourite solo artist might be. And yeah, just keep the support coming. It means the world to us. And the fact that if you're still watching at this point and you put up with me wearing this for an hour or whatever we're at.
He's not wearing any trousers, by the way.
I am.
Ruined it.
Thank you very much for watching. See you soon.
Toodles.